The battlefield was quiet after the storm of war had passed. Smoke still rose from broken machines, fallen towers, and the bodies of soldiers, some alien, some human. He walked through the silence, scanning for life. His uniform was torn, his face smeared with dust, and his eyes sharp with focus. But deep inside, his heart felt something strange, like a memory was waking up. He stepped over a broken wall and found her. She was not like the others. Her armor was royal, marked with silver lines. Her crown was bent, her body bruised. She was sitting against a stone, breathing heavily. But even in her pain, her eyes watched him without fear. And in that moment, he felt a pull like he had seen her before, long ago. She didn't raise her weapon. She didn't run. She only looked at him and whispered, "You're human." He raised his weapon slowly, confused. Something about her face. Something in her voice. Then a flash of memory. A young boy, crying in the dark, lost in a forest after an attack. His family was gone. He was cold, shaking. And then she came. Not a soldier. Not a killer. Just a girl with glowing hair, soft eyes, and strange hands that healed his wounds. She gave him food. She hid him from others. She stayed by his side until a human rescue team came days later. And just before they took him, she whispered, "Live, be strong." Now years had passed. He had grown. He had joined the army. He had fought aliens because they were the enemy, because they had killed his family. But here she was, the same eyes, the same voice. "You," he said, "you saved me." She blinked slowly, surprised. Her lips parted, and she gave a tired nod. "You were so small," she said softly. "I never thought you'd survive." He lowered his weapon. His chest tightened. "Why did you help me?" "You were one of them." She looked away. Her voice was quiet. "Because I was not like them. Because you were just a child. And because I was alone, too." He looked at her armor. "You're a princess." "I was," she said. "But they stopped listening to me when I chose peace. I was punished for saving you. My father called me a traitor. I was sent to the outer lands. I begged to stop the war, but no one cared." She coughed. "They only cared about power." He took a step closer. "You paid the price for helping me?" She smiled weakly. "Yes, but I do not regret it." He knelt down beside her, unsure what to feel. She had once been a savior, then an enemy. Now, broken and alone, she sat before him as something else. She tried to stand, but her leg was wounded. She fell forward and he caught her. She was cold, lighter than he expected. He slowly lifted her in his arms. "You shouldn't do this," she whispered. "Your people will see you as a traitor." "I don't care," he said. "You saved my life. I'll save yours." She closed her eyes. "You remind me of the boy you once were." As he carried her across the ruins, he thought of that night. He had cried in her arms. He had clung to her like a mother. He had felt safe for the first time. And now, she was the one clinging to him, silent, weak, and maybe dying. He found an old bunker and laid her down on a soft cloth. He cleaned her wounds with water and wrapped them in clean strips. She didn't speak for a while, just stared at him as if she couldn't believe this was real. "I thought humans hated us," she said at last. "I did," he replied, "until I saw you again." She touched her chest. "Even when I was hated by my people, I always remembered you. I used to wonder if you lived, if you ever thought of me." "I did," he said, "but I didn't know if you were real or a dream." A moment passed. "Are you going to take me prisoner?" she asked. "No." "Then what will you do?" "I'll keep you safe." Her eyes filled with tears. No one ever said that to me before. Days passed. He stayed in the bunker, caring for her. He brought her food and water, cleaned her wounds, and listened to her stories. She told him about her lonely life, about how she was born to a king who loved war, and how she always wanted peace. She was raised to be strong, cold, and quiet, but inside, she always wanted to help others. That was why, when she saw him small and afraid in the forest, she knew she had to act, even if it meant being called a traitor. I used to watch the stars and wonder if kindness existed outside my world, she said one night. Now I know it does. He sat beside her. I used to hate all aliens. But you changed everything. She looked into his eyes. Then maybe this war hasn't taken everything. They grew closer with each passing day, not just in body, but in spirit. Two souls once separated by fear, and lives now found warmth in each other. They were from different worlds, but they understood pain, loneliness, hope. One night, as she watched him prepare food, she whispered, "You were the best thing I ever did." He turned. "What do you mean?" "Saving you," she said. "I thought I had lost everything after that, but now I know I was just waiting for you to return." His heart beat faster. The girl who had saved his life was now someone he could not let go of. The next morning, he got news on his comm device. Human forces were coming. The war was ending, but they would not accept an alien survivor, especially a royal one. He turned to her. "You have to go." She looked at him. "And you?" "I'll distract them. Lead them away. You'll have time to escape." She shook her head. "I won't leave you." "You have to." "No," she said. "Not again." He grabbed her hands. "You gave me life once. Let me give it back to you." Her hands trembled. She pressed her forehead to his. "Then promise me we will meet again." "I swear." She escaped into the mountains while he led the patrol away. They never found her. He was taken in, treated as a hero. He never told them what really happened. Years passed again. One day, while traveling through a peaceful post-war zone, he entered a small, quiet village. A woman stood in the garden, feeding animals. She wore a simple robe. Her eyes, still glowing faintly, met his. She smiled. He smiled back. No words were needed, because he was the boy she saved, and she was the reason he lived. Now, at last, they were free, together,